First and foremost, good news. I just got an appointment letter. I just got employed. Ooh, ooh. I don't even know where to start. No, I know. Hi guys. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. Please do like, share, and comment. And if you're a returning viewer, please do subscribe. Please. I'm just super excited about this video. I'm here to share my testimony about God's faithfulness, about my father's faithfulness. Forgive me, I'm too excited. I can't even get my words together, but bear with me, please. So, I'm a graduate. I graduated 2020 for my first degree, and I've been unemployed for 4 years. This year marks the fourth year that I haven't been employed ever. Okay, I've been employed as an educator assistant for 4 months, and that was that. All this time I haven't been employed. And you know the stress, you know how it feels not to be employed. And the worst part to see people you studied with or your friends employed and getting their cars, getting their houses, and getting everything. Yo, it just makes you feel like there's something wrong with you. Like, why me, God? Why? And the secret is it's the timing. It's God's timing. Like, you are not like them. You may have went to the same university with them, same school and same whatever. You are not the same. You'll never be the same. Like, even if you do get employed, you will never be the same. So, my video today is here to share my testimony about finding a job finally, because I've been at home, and when I saw that I wasn't getting I wasn't getting employed, I thought of going back to school to pursue my honors degree, and of which I got it. I graduated in December 2023. So now I have 2 degrees. Yes, period. Okay, so the reason why I went back to school is because I saw that I wasn't getting any employment. I'd go to interviews. I don't know how many interviews I've went to. Like, I've even worked at Rage, where we were selling shoes, Rage store. I was just in that point, I was humble enough to say, God, anything. Mind you, I have a baby. I need to provide for my child. I need to provide for myself. You know, it's been very hard. It's been very hectic. It's been very draining. And spending money going on interview. I remember I even went to Devon for an interview, and I came back. So I've been beating myself up and saying there must be something wrong with me. I don't know what it is, but there must be something wrong with me. Guys, mind you, to a point where, like, when I came back here in Jersey, I went back to school to pursue my honors degree. That's where at least I found a tutoring job where I could tutor if I'm not like having any classes. I could tutor and get that little money. But I needed to be employed because it was never enough for my transport, for me to eat, for me to provide for Ronkanyezi. It was just never enough. So I've been praying, and in 2023, I decided on taking my relationship with God very serious, because I saw that I felt like I was perishing. I was at sin. I was deep in sin, partying, have friends that drink, uh, smoking weed even. I was just deep in sin and I knew it was wrong. I wanted to stop, but I couldn't because of my surrounding and the friends I had and everything and the mindset, and I wasn't okay. So this one time I prayed to God. I was like, God, I'm tired of this life. I'm tired because every time I'd sin and go do all this stuff and come back next to my bed and kneel and apologize. And I was like, I know this is wrong. Why do I keep doing it? I know it's wrong. Why do I keep doing it? Because the real reason that makes me come back at night and kneel before my bed to apologize to God is the fact that I know it is wrong. I started to take my relationship with God serious. I started wanting to read the word. I started to look for proper church because I've been to churches and I've never found anything that was like helping me with my spiritual journey and drawing me closer to God. So I've been looking for churches until I got back here in Jersey, and I found a friend where I was working as a tutor at Virtu. So we were marking. I met this guy, and he told me about Orange Farm Baptist Church. Hmm, We'll talk about that in another. Getting to it, how I started fasting. I didn't know how to start. I didn't know. I tried doing it with my own strength, but I couldn't because it was me, my own flesh, and my flesh wanted food. So I just couldn't. What I did is I I'd eat every time. I'd say to myself in the morning, no, today you're not gonna eat, we're just gonna fast. But I'd end up eating. I don't know how. I'd end up eating. And then I was like, okay, I just need to pray to God to help me with this because it is obvious that I cannot do it on my own strength and by my own will. I just need to let His will to do its work in me. So I started praying. I told God, I was like, God, I don't know how to fast. I've never fasted before. I've heard of people fasting, but I never fasted before. And I'm gonna need you to help me fast, guide me, show me what is it that I need to do while fasting, what is it that I need not to do during my fasting. And to tell you, God is a faithful God. He will do what He said He's going to do. I started like continuously praying because even after praying that prayer, still I woke up the following day and I ate. But I was consistent in my prayer because I really wanted to fast to a point where like when I'd eat, I'd feel full and I'd hate that feeling of being full. And to a point where I'd hate food, didn't you, at that time. So I figured it was maybe this is a sign that I need to fast because why do I feel so bad after being full? Why do I feel like this about food? Because I love food. Like, so I prayed about it and I woke up the next day. I was like, I'm not going to touch food. I'm not going to do anything. And I was like praying to God and pleading with myself as well, like, don't eat, don't eat, don't eat. Praying. And God was really like showing me the things I need to do while fasting and the things I didn't need to do. And sometimes I'd come up with prayer points. I didn't only pray for job, for finding a job. I told God everything that I've been unemployed for such a long time and it's straining me. There are so many people that I need to help. And I told, it's like I was in an interview with God. You know, when you tell Him, like, what is it that you're going to do with your money when you get your money or when you get the job? I was just like, I'm just going to pray it out, like everything. And what was also troubling me was the fact that I needed to serve like very bad, but I didn't have the means. But God, during that fast, was telling me, would say, you don't need money sometimes to serve. Your presence is serving on its own, And I was excited, but I was like, I want to do more. I want to do more. And to tell you the truth, in that fast, I didn't fast a dry fast. I wanted it to be a dry fast, but it didn't because it was God leading me. I remember this one time, like at night while I was fasting, I woke up to pray. I I felt kind of dizzy, like I didn't know like the feeling. I was like, yo, I need to drink water. I prayed about it and I tried to go back to bed, but I was like, I need water. And I woke up and I went to drink water. After drinking it, I didn't feel bad. I was like, okay, it's no longer a dry fast, but we are continuing fasting. Fine, we continued fasting. I wanted to fast for 3 days, but I ended up fasting for 2 days because I remember on when I was going for the third day, when I woke up at like 1 a.m., I felt very dizzy. Like when I'd opened my eyes, it was cloudy. Like I couldn't even wake up well on my bed. Like I was crawling to go next to the sofa so that I can pray there in my praying area. Like I was crawling going there and I cried. I'm like, God, I can't do anything, to a point where even speaking was painful. And I was like, God, is this the end of my fast? I wanted to push for 3 days, but I can't. Whew, it was painful, guys. I woke up, I made water with sugar, and then I drank, continued praying. But in the morning, like when I woke up in the third day, I ate in the morning. I was like, oh, I can't. I ate and I was fine. Guys, it was Friday. I remember the last day of my fasting. To tell you the truth, I've been going to interviews but never got a call. On Friday, late, and it was the worst thing. It was the schools were closed because when I got the call, it was 5:20 something. And I was like, hey, boo, the call, hi, how are you? Am I speaking to Zama Kamal? I'm like, yes. They told me that they're scheduling an interview so that I can attend in Krugersdorp. I was like, okay. And they asked if I'm working. I was like, no, I'm not working. They asked if I'm available. I said, I'm available. They said, okay, we're going to need you to come on Wednesday. It was next week. I think it was the 7th of March. Yeah, the 7th of March. And the lady said it was going to send me directions and everything. But Wednesday was approaching, no directions, no location. I was like, hey, God, you won't do that to me. So I called the lady again to remind her to send me the location and everything. And then the lady changed and said, no, don't come on Wednesday. Now come on Thursday. I was like, okay, at least I'm still going to an interview. Fine, I went to an interview. Guys, I was the only one to be interviewed. And that like gave me hope. Man, I have no competition. Like I went, and to tell you the truth, it didn't feel like an interview. It felt like I was just talking to a sister, like we were just sharing about myself and sharing about my achievements and my education, my past, and everything. It was super nice. I was like, oh, that's nice. And it was promising even after. I was happy, I was excited. I was like, okay. I came back. Oh, before I went to the interview, like I told God immediately after the call, I was like, God, I just got a call. I'm being called for an interview. I'm so excited. Fine. Going forward, like I was praying so that my interview go well, and it went well. After I came back from an interview, I came back to God and told him, I was, God, this is what happened. It went well, this and this and this. God loves consistency. Like he's like that relationship you have with someone you love, you always want to talk to, you always want to share everything to. God loves that. Even no matter how bad you feel, and he loves honesty. Be honest, tell him what you feel. Tell him if you don't like something. Just tell him everything. Everything. And guys, after like this lady said he was going to call me after maybe towards the end of the day to confirm if I got a job or not. I stayed. I was like worried. It was like almost 5 p.m. and the lady haven't called. I was like, oh God, this can't be. 6 until I went to bed, the lady didn't call. I was like, okay, God, I still put my faith in you. I know maybe this might not be mine, but I still put my faith in you, even if I get the job or even if I don't. But my faith is still in you. I will still praise you if I get the job, and even if I don't. I am not gonna make my faith like depend on what you provide for me. I'm just gonna love you because you deserve to be loved. I'm gonna praise you and pray to you because you deserve to be prayed, and all the glory goes to you. I was fine, and then the following day, I just went to the mall and I was fine. I was like, okay. I just made peace with that. I didn't get the job, but just like other interviews that never went well, I was like, okay. I went to the mall, and when I came back from the mall, I got a missed call, and I'm noticing this number. I'm like, I know this number. Like, it might be that lady. I ignored the call because, like, I ignored the missed call because I was at the mall. It was noisy and everything. I just needed to get home. I came back at home. I prayed. I'm like, God, I got a missed call. I don't know. Maybe it's that lady. I wonder what she wants to say. Maybe I got the job. And I called about airtime. I called the lady, and the lady confirmed the good news that I got the job. God, I was super excited, like super, super, super excited. I was like, I called my mom. I was like, I got the job, to share the good news, yeah. And then another thing, God, another thing. After getting that call that I got the job, I still had to wait. Like I had to wait for an appointment letter to sign the contract. Like everything to be on paper to confirm that I really, really found the job and for the date on which I'm going to start working. I got the call before Good Friday and I had to wait, and they promised me that I was going to start second semester. Had to wait. Yeah, and I was there waiting. And in me waiting, I don't want to lie. It happens to all of us. I had doubts. I was like, God, am I really, really going to get that job? Like, I was questioning God and keep looking at the calendar at the time and seeing that, oh, this lady is not sending me the appointment letter, is not saying anything. I wasn't calm because I really wanted the job. Like, I wasn't calm. And I was there at God. Like, I really felt like I was throwing tantrums at God. Like, praying and nagging him, but he already like gave me the job. There's a verse, and now I'm on Mark. I'm done with Matthew. There's a verse in Mark 11, I think verse 22. I'm not sure of the verse, but it says, "Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours." And I was like, oh God, what are you telling me? Like, believe that it will be yours. I was like, okay, I'm trying. I just have to believe, and in that process, I learned, Uguti, one thing that is standing between us getting our dream jobs, our dream cars, and everything that we're praying for, getting our prayers answered. The only thing standing between that is lack of belief. Like the only thing that we are required to do is to believe. Believe that he has done it. Believe that it's yours. No matter how long it can take, no matter how long it may cost you to stay in order for you to receive it. Believe. Just believe. Just believe. I'm not gonna come here and act like it was easy. It was never easy. Like I'd even like tell people at church, I'm like, hey, bro, I know I got the good news, but I don't think this lady is going to send me the appointment letter anymore. To a point where I ended up calling the lady before the lady since. And I just wanted her to confirm that the job is still mine, you know. And the lady confirmed. I was like, okay, okay. I was happy again. And like at first, like I was scared to share the news because like I wasn't really sure would I really got the job, because it was just a verbal thing. Nothing signed, nothing. It was just a verbal thing. So I was scared to share my happiness. And in that midst, God said, testify, testify. I testified at church. I'm like, I was fasting and this happened. Da, 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 da. And they were excited. They were like, oh, wow, that's good. And I was like, I found peace. Mind you, I, I testified before I got the appointment letter. That for me, it was like putting a stamp to say, God, I believe. Yes, I'm telling these people I haven't found the appointment letter yet, but I just believe to what you've given me. I just believe that it's going to happen. Because yes, the fear of saying, what if I testify and it just doesn't happen? You know, I think it was the devil also playing tricks. But I did testify and everything went well. So I'm employed now and I'm very excited, and I don't know how to thank God. I mean, like I've been unemployed for like 4 years, to a point where I'd go to the mall and see people that like I went to the school with, pushing big trolleys. I'd hide because I was scared that they were gonna come and ask me, what is wrong with you? Why don't you look like someone who's working? Why are you like this? You know, some others like would pass me with their cars like while I was still doing my honors, and I'd feel so bad. Like some I attended my honors with them and they were looking fire, they were good. Here cars, they'd go to their cars after class, and I'd go and try to catch taxis, and it pained me so much. But I was like, God, I know I'm your child and I know you don't love me less. I know you love me enough to provide for me. I'm just going to believe. So to anyone who's praying for a job, who, who's praying for something in their lives, I just want to encourage you, obviously, don't stop. Keep on believing. And the only thing that's lacking in your prayers is that just put belief. Just believe to the things that you're praying for, that they will really happen. Believe as if you're speaking to someone you see every day, someone you know that is capable of providing for you. Believe as if you've seen him doing it. Actually, you've actually seen him doing it for others. So just believe. The only thing standing between you and getting whatever you prayed for is the lack of belief. Just put believe in it and it's gonna be done. It's gonna be yours. Yeah, that's my testimony, and I'm so happy. And I pray that also those people who are looking for jobs, they get jobs. And fasting may not be something that will work for you, but pray that God leads you and tell you what to do. And try by all means to obey everything that is saying, and you will be rewarded. And thank you so much for watching so this far. I love you. Bye.